Welcome to Crypthority. My name is V, and today we come your way with yet another educative video. Now today we are going to look into the Polkadot Parachain auctions and how exactly it's creating a passive income opportunity that you could jump on. Now, if this is the kind of content you're looking for, I would like to tell you to stay through the video so that you don't miss out on any important part of it. Also, kindly smash that subscribe button and then click on the like. Yeah, click on the like. In case you don't like what you heard or what you saw, you could leave a review in the comment section. All right, so jumping right into it, we are going to look at what the Polkadot Parachain auction is. Sounds so nerdy, but it is just a very interesting, and I think one of the largest events in crypto history that's happening right now. So it's happening on a number of platforms, right? But I'm going to talk about Binance because I feel like it's easier there, and even a complete beginner can just jump on the opportunity. All right, so it started it started already. It was these auctions were opened up yesterday, right? It was opened up yesterday. Now, um, it's a unique one, and if you're hodling dot, I think you don't want to miss out on this. If you plan on hodling Polkadot for a long time, okay. So right now, let's understand what the auctions are, and then how you can leverage on it to earn passive income. Now, let's look at Polkadot. Polkadot itself is a multi-chain network, right? It is made up of two blockchains. The first one is called the Relay blockchain, and then the next one is called the Parachain. Okay, so actually, the Relay chain is a central chain of the network, right? The Relay chain is a central chain of the network, and then the Parachain are like individual blockchains connected to the Relay chain and other parachains. So that's basically how it is. So this is how we can look at it. So this is the Relay chain, that's the central chain, and we have these parachains which are connected to the Relay chain and other parachains. So this is how it looks like, technically. All right. So now there's a twist to this whole thing, right? The twist is that every relay chain can take a maximum of 100 parachains. That is the twist to it. So because of this, this kind of feature of Polkadot makes it known as the internet of the blockchain networks, right? So one relay chain can support a maximum of 100 parachains, and this creates some competition because there's a competition between projects to grab a parachain for themselves, and that is what gave birth to the Polkadot Parachain auctions. Now, because there has to be fair play, because there has to be fair distribution, these parachain auctions were created using a mechanism that's a candle auction format, and this candle auction format was a auction format that was used way back from the 16th century. I won't bore you to history, so let's continue. So what it basically means is that a summary of this whole thing is that anyone holding dot, you can vote for your favorite project by staking your dot tokens. Okay, you vote for your favorite project who will be among the competitors battling for a slot auction, and your vote can give that project an opportunity to secure a parachain slot for itself because of the stiff competition the whole innovative technology of Polkadot carries or brings. All right, so there's an auction. Once the open phase of the auction is finished, there's a random snapshot that is taken. All right, so we have the auction period, as you can see here. So I'm assuming this is the auction period. There's going to be a random snapshot taken, during the auction period. Anytime during the auction period. It can be 24 hours after the auction is open, 72 hours after the auction is open. Now, at that particular time, the project with the highest bid becomes a winning project and will be the one who would get a slot, get a parachain slot, basically. All right. So what happens after the snapshot is taken and then we have a winning project? Okay. So what happens is that all the dots, Polkadot, which were staked to support that particular project. All right, all that dot is going to be staked, right? It's going to be staked and locked, right? It's going to be locked. Already the staking has taken place, right? So it will be locked for about 709 days, which is approximately 2 years max, right? So it's going to be locked. So during the auction, of course, the dot is staked, and then after the auction, it is locked for about 709 days. That's approximately 2 years. Now, during this lock period, those who are staking, or those who staked their dot to support their favorite project, that one would receive two things, right? So let's look at the two things. Now they're going to receive the first thing called the B dot tokens. Now the B dot tokens are derivative tokens which are used to represent your dot tokens in a 1-to-1 ratio, basically, right? So the interesting thing about this is that once you are going to participate on the Binance platform, these B dot tokens are usable during the 2-year period. So those who may be afraid that, well, what if in the 2-year period I change my mind, I want to redeem my dot, I want to sell something, no worries, because the B dot token you're going to receive, you can actually use it, maybe sell it, whatever, and you will still be eligible to claim your rewards. All right. And aside the B dot tokens, which are a 1-to-1 ratio representation of your dot tokens that has been locked, you will also receive the reward tokens for that particular project you supported. And this is where the passive income lies. Okay, there is reward tokens are going to be distributed on a quarterly basis, but right now they are offering some insane APY returns. They vary, it depends on every project, but you can go as high as 530%, and we are going to look at them. All right, so this is it about Polkadot Parachain auction. It's very simple. It's basically dot holders staking their dots to support their favorite projects to earn them a slot on the Parachain, and after that their dot to be locked away for about 709 days. During that period, you're going to receive B dot tokens and you're going to receive reward tokens, and these reward tokens in essence are also going to earn some APY for you. So we are going to head on to Binance to look at how to participate in this lot auction. Very, very simple, and this is already open. We are going to have the full details of how long it's going to last, how you're going to participate in it, and other very interesting things. So let's head on right to Binance. All right, so we are here on Binance, and here you click on more. When you click on more, we scroll down and we are going to see Polkadot auction. You can see new, so it means they just added it recently. So Polkadot auction. Now when you open up here, we are going to see that there are going to be rules, so you can find some time and go through the rules. Now Binance has a two-phase period for the auction. Okay, the first period is what we call the warm-up period, and the warm-up period began a couple of days ago. It was a 7-day period, and today is ending it, right? So you can see it started from the 4th, and then it's ending today. I think in a few hours from recording this video. Now, what this warm-up period is basically about is that it gives you the opportunity to experience how the auction is going to take place. So like right now, we can decide to vote on a particular project, okay? And you choosing to engage in the warm-up period, Binance has a nice package of a $30 million USDT package for all participants who decide to partake in the warm-up period. All right, so during this time, as I said, you can try out and experience how exactly the dot slot auction will work, and you can actually start voting, right? So that is the warm-up period, and as I said, it's ending today, so you can jump onto it. The benefit of this is that even if you support a project and it fails, as in it doesn't secure a slot, you still have some benefits from participating in the warm-up period. So the warm-up period is just like the preparation period, as we see in the Launchpad, right? So we move on to the next. That's the auction period. Now this is where the action is, right? Now, the auction period is where you vote by staking your dot, and it's starting today, right? So the auction will be open very, very soon. So here you can see vote for quality parachain projects. Stake dots for the projects you want to support during the 5-round auction intervals. And I'm going to explain that. So as we know, here, if the project ends up winning the slot when you vote, it uses the candle auction as I explained, and your dot will be locked for a maximum of 2 years. However, I told you that Binance is going to issue something called B dot, right? And it represents 1-for-1 ratio the dots you staked. Now, if your project doesn't win, I've explained already that your dot will be returned once the auction is over. So the auction is going to take place from today, and it's going to last for 5 rounds. Now, every round consists of 7 days. So in total, the auction will last for 5 rounds times 7 days, giving us 35 days. 35 days from today is going to lead us to 16th of December 2021. That is when we are going to see the end of the auction. Now, after each round of the auctions, the winner of the slot auction will be announced. And as the next round of auctions begin, the projects that did not qualify or that did not win in the previous round of auction can continue in the subsequent auctions. Okay, so after all the 5 rounds are over, the auction period will end. And if your selected project wins the slot, your stake dot will be locked for 2 years, right? So if your selected projects lose a slot, your dot will be returned to you in 2 days. So in that 2 days, that's going to be around by 18 December, your dot will be returned to you. So this is basically how the auction process works. Now let's go after the auction process. Then we have the reward distribution. So after your dot is locked during that 2-year period, and just beginning from that time, that is 21st, right? So everything is going to end on 18th, and right 21st, the rewards will start, accumulating, and then there's a way of, receiving them, so you can check out that schedule, right? So let us go on and explore. These are the projects that we have. We have Moonbeam, Clover Finance, Asta Network, Latentree, Manta, Bifrost, Infinity, Parallel, and Akala. Nice. So let me just use one of the projects and let's go through that. So vote received, there's no vote yet because we're in the warming period. So when the auction period starts, then we can see the votes which have been garnered so far from the warming period. Now we can see lockup period is 709 days, right? Okay, so it's rather 709 days. And then the auction cutoff is 16th, right? That's when the auction is going to start after the 5 rounds. Now this is the APY you earn on this particular token. So 10.71. We have 507.74%, right? And this is not showing. This is 384.76 APY. These are insanely huge APYs. This is not showing. This is 422.63. This is 256.26. This is 52.33, and this is not showing. So depending on which project you want to vote for, you can earn such huge APYs. I don't know what is going to inform participants, if the APY is a part or the project itself, but let's see how things play out. So let's say that, well, I am drawn to this project, Latentree. So right in the warming period, you can decide to vote. So when you click on vote, here you'll be given an opportunity to stake the dot. Right now, I don't hold any dots, so you can see 0 dots, right? 0 dots, right? So if I had dots, I could have just maxed out or put in any quantity, and then I would go on from there. So, but the least amount is 0.1. That is one thing you should take note of. 0.1 dot to stake. So let's imagine that everything is set and clear. I just press on I have agreed, and then I confirm. So this is what the Polkadot Parachain auctions is about. Now, this is also taking place on other platforms, but this is on Binance, and I feel like it's relatively easier for anyone to jump onto this. So if you want to be a part of it, even if you miss out on the warming period, not to worry, you can jump into the Parachain auctions, support your project. If it wins a slot, your tokens are locked and you start to get your rewards. But remember, you'll be given a derivative token to represent your dot when you deal with Binance, and you can use that during the period. Okay, you can actually use that during the period. All right, so thank you. This is what the Polkadot Parachain auctions are about. I hope you found this content to be useful, and you have gotten some good understanding about what this is about. It's happening starting today. 5 rounds. Get involved if you want to. This is not financial advice. All right, so thank you for making time to watch this video. You can kindly subscribe to our channel and like our content. You can also follow me on Twitter at FinAuthor, right? I'm also going to drop the social media channels of Crypthority. We're on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. So you can just follow us or join our community on WhatsApp or Telegram. All the links are going to be in the description. Thank you for watching and see you later.